Used it that way before. Guess I'm not using it that way this time. When I wake up in the morning, I have my cup of coffee. Woo! All right. We're going to be talking about a great audio solution that I discovered, and that is going to be this, which is the FiFine M9 wireless mic system. This is about $100 or less, depending on the promos that you see on Amazon. It is a great brand that produces some great microphones. I use quite a few of them around the apartment. Some as a desktop solution, some as now a wireless solution. I actually had a wireless solution from FiFine way back when I first got started. It wasn't so good. This wireless solution, though, is actually pretty excellent. When I first received the microphone system, I opened the box and I was pleasantly surprised to see this. This is actually a hard shell case for the whole entirety of the system. I really appreciated this. Thank you, FiFine. That's very, very nice. Makes it very simple to slide into a bag. I liked it. It has a little hooky loop. That means you can just hook it on the outside if you want. I won't, but I can. And in case you're wondering, I'm actually recording this video using the wireless mic system right now. The transmitter is here on this lanyard. I didn't have buttons to button this to. So I put a lanyard on, just put it right here, right about the middle of my chest. So all the audio you'll hear today is going to be from the mic system. Inside, back to this, inside the hard case is going to be the actual charging case, cables, and 2 dead cats for the microphones. If you're in a real windy situation, these just pop right on and pop right off. Little fuzzies that go on top of the microphone. It's rare that I use these, but you have them available for you inside the case. Now, the battery pack itself is really cool because you can actually charge from the outside. You can charge with USB-C from a battery bank if you want, or directly from a charger, wall charger. When you flip it open, the second you flip it open, the receiver and the transmitters both turn on. It shows you that they're active, and then you just simply take them out of the case. Now they're charging while they're in the case, and as you take them out, they connect to one another. So you don't have to go through the pairing process. Now you can pair them if you need to. So there are pairing buttons on these as well, but they actually just sit in the case and pair as you take them out. Then when you take the receiver out, you take it out of the case, put it on your camera, plug it into your camera, you now have microphone to audio. Very simple. The only adjustment that you really need to make at that point is you need to make sure that you adjust your volume level on your recording in your camera. So you can adjust the volume level on the receiver as well, but I would also make sure that you're only at around 12 decibels on your camera as well. So lower that volume. You don't want to peak out your sound, end up with distortion. And because this mic is so close to your mouth, you're going to get a lot of sound, and you don't really have to speak as loud or have the volume turned up on your camera as loud as you're transmitting the audio to your camera. The thing I like about this set is that it comes with 2 transmitters. So with 2 transmitters, you can, in fact, set up an additional person with sound so you can actually have a conversation with them, whether it is a person you're interviewing, a person that is behind the camera and you're in front of the camera. All of the audio is going into one feed so that you only have one file to edit. You don't have to edit a bunch of different files or bring in a bunch of audio and sync it up later on in post. It has a small clip, and like I said, I put a lanyard on today. I could hook it onto the cords of my hoodie. I could hook it onto the neck. I've seen people put it on their hats. I don't like the whole hat thing. I think it looks a little weird. I'd never put it on my hat. If you have a button shirt or a polo shirt, you can clip it right to that as well. So anywhere that's around the mouth, I find that best sound with wireless microphones or lavalier microphones is somewhere around the middle of the chest is usually the best sound quality that you get from them, with the most increase in volume, so that they're super sensitive and you don't have to crank up the camera so that you're getting more sound out of them. So good even sound with good sound quality. Part of the reason why I was looking for a new audio solution, not just a standard microphone, was so that I could use it for both indoors and outdoors or on the go. I don't want to have to pack XLR mic, XLR converter, monitoring headphones, XLR stand. That's a lot to have to bring with me if I'm on the go, or if I'm out in the wilderness, out shooting landscape, out shooting landscape, like I ever go in the wilderness. Out shooting landscapes, I wanted to just take a compact piece of equipment that could provide me audio, easily chargeable, easy to connect, fairly lightweight, which this is, and be able to use it in both areas. And again, to me, the more often you use equipment, the smoother the whole process goes, and the easier it is for you to use the equipment to the best of its capabilities. One of the selling points of the M9 system from FiFine was that it had noise cancellation on it. So each transmitter has a switch, so you can switch on noise cancellation when you're in extremely noisy circumstances. Like I said, it does come with dead cats, but in some circumstances, you're gonna need noise cancellation. It does have that. And I'll turn that on the microphone right now. It does have an indicator light, so that way you know when the noise cancellation is on. Very simple one button push, and now I'm in noise cancellation. Here's my thing about noise cancellation. I really don't like the way my voice sounds with noise cancellation. Everything seems kind of muffled. Does it block out noise from the background? Yeah. It has to be consistent noise though, because it's sampling the environment for sounds, and then it's blocking out continuous sounds. But if it's a spike in sound from something, it's going to miss it. For me, I don't find it worth it. I've yet to find a wireless system that I would say, winner, winner, chicken dinner, this noise cancellation works fantastic on it without distorting the sound. But this is what I sound like with it on. Let's switch it off and let's see how that sounds. Okay, the noise cancellation is now off, so you can hear the sound quality without the noise cancellation on. I think it's way better. And I think because it's so close to your mouth, to the audio source, I don't find that there's a problem with noise anyway. So right now I've got fan noise that I can hear. I have traffic going by. I'm not sure how much of that you can hear, but it's going to be way less than if I use a microphone like this Audio-Technica that wants to pick up everything. The only way I can get away from that with microphones is to get it really close to my mouth, in which case I'd be wanting to use a dynamic microphone that would be inches away from my mouth, like podcasters do or live streamers do, where it's super close to my mouth. And that would eliminate a lot of the sound. Very narrow area of pickup on a dynamic, as opposed to a cardioid, which is what this is. So bigger, anything behind me, it's going to want to pick up. The other cool thing about such a system, you know, it directly competes with a lot of the audio recorders like Zooms that you can use to record sounds in nature, traffic noises, water flowing. You could literally put that device down close to those audio sources and record those sounds. Well, with this, you can still do the same thing and record it straight into your camera, as opposed to recording it to a memory card separate from video and having to sync later if you need to. This would record straight into your camera, so running water, traffic, people talking, anything like that, you'd be able to move the microphone closer and record those sounds. And again, with 2 transmitters, you're able to do your audio as well as place that other microphone somewhere else and be picking up another source of audio. Build quality is good. Is it the best? No, doesn't feel like a tank. Do I think I could break it if I dropped it? I don't know, about 10 feet and it hit cement. Probably not the mics because they're pretty light, but maybe the battery charging case, that might break. I would say it's not the most durable thing I've ever felt, but for the price point, just under $100 or less, depending on the sales that are going on, I don't have a problem with the build quality. And I think this is a good place to talk about the one con that I have with this. And that's not bad that I only have one, but it's a big one for me. The con I have with this is actually the way that it clips to your clothes. So I'm going to take this off. You may hear some sound as I move it. What this has is it's got a little clip on the back of the microphone, and that little clip is plastic. And what worries me is a little plastic clip with springs, in my experience, they break fairly easy and readily, especially because I'm pretty rough with my equipment and with anything that I'm using, actually. And my fear is that they will break. If they do break, of course, I'm sure I can rig up something for it. But what I would rather have preferred is, rather than a plastic clip, to actually have a magnetic system that I think would be better. So in this instance, I'm wearing a lanyard, so I could clip the transmitter straight to the area that I want so that I can speak. And like I said, I've seen other people clip it to their hats. I know there's microphone extension handles that you can buy to put these on, but I want to be able to just put it on me and forget about it and not have to worry about the fact that I need to position my microphone. A magnet would be fantastic, because then I could slide the magnet under my shirt and put it anywhere on my shirt or clothing and not have to worry about the little clip breaking, because the magnet would be holding it in place. So 2 pieces of magnet put together, sandwiching the clothing, would be great. What would really be super exciting would be if FiFine would go, hey, we hear you, Dave. And what they would do is they would have a clip that attaches to the transmitter magnetically, and then another plate that would attach magnetically to the transmitter. So you could have a choice, either the clip or the magnet, depending on the situation. I think that would be fantastic, because really, with the way this microphone is set up, I could actually clip it to my light, which is really close, and I would imagine you'd get some pretty good sound quality because it's only an arm length away. So the clip would come in handy, but a magnet for clothing. So FiFine, if you're listening, man, if you could do that, I would say this is worth an extra $50 to me. If you could actually do a magnetic plate and or magnetic clip, but if you had both so that you could change the way that it worked regardless of the situation, I mean, that's a winner chicken dinner. A good sounding microphone system, 2 transmitters with the receiver that plugs directly into the camera, connects super quick and easy, man. I love plug and play. I don't want to spend my life learning something new. I want it to be as easy as possible. And the ability to have multiple mounting options without me having to create it, to modify it. I would say that that would be a tremendous winner chicken dinner. As the product is now, great product. With that slight modification, I think it would be hard to beat. The last feature that the M9 system had was the 100-foot distance. So I tried the distance on it. Don't forget, these microphones are very much line of sight. Any wireless microphone system, you're always going to want to be facing the receiver and not turn your back to it because it could distort your audio or cut in and out. This system worked well over the 100 feet. You are completely safe within 100 feet. I believe I got to 140 feet. And then I just said, I'm never going to want to step away from my camera this much. I was nervous stepping out the 100 feet away from my camera. I don't want to be that far away from my camera. My greatest fear is that someone's going to decide that they want my camera more than I do, or they need it more than I do, and then it's going to be bye-bye camera. I guess I shouldn't feel that way, but you know, life on a budget, you definitely want to protect your equipment. Maybe I should get insurance. That's a thought, and maybe a thought for another video. But definitely 100 feet, it's gonna work at 100 feet. No problem, I had no issues, no glitches, no cutting off a signal. But like I said, just keep in mind that all of these wireless microphones are set up for line of sight to keep connected to their receivers. In conclusion, for the price, 100 bucks or less, last time I checked, the features all hit. So does it have the up to 100-foot range? Yes. Battery for 5 to 6 hours use? Yes, it does last that long. And you have that charging case, you can pop it in and go again. I love the fact that there's 2 receivers in the system because I can actually pull the one receiver out. I can record my audio while the other one's still in the charging case. This one runs out of battery, I can put it into the case, pull the next one, continue recording. Winner chicken dinner. I love the fact that it comes in the hard case that has all of the accessories in it, and I love the sound quality of it for the price. I think this is a great product and something that I can highly encourage you to purchase. My only con is the active noise cancellation. I don't like the sound of it, but I haven't liked the sound of any, and I'm really thinking about this, of any of the wireless microphone systems. Now there is a system, and maybe I'll do another video, there is a system that actually has 2-step active noise cancellation, and the full active noise cancellation, I hate it. It sounded just like the muffled kind of weird sound of this one, of the M9. But the middle step, the lighter step, worked really, really well and had good audio quality. So maybe that's something else that FiFine can look into. But all in all, would I recommend this? Heck yeah, I think that this is great for people that are starting YouTube, people that are starting, want to do some video work. I think that this is going to be a great value for the price. Highly recommend it. Go out and get one. Again, this is the FiFine M9. I give it a thumbs up, a 10 out of 10, but more importantly, a winner chicken dinner. That's all I have for you on the M9. I think that you guys will enjoy it. I hopefully you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps. I just want to ask you to like and subscribe, and until next time, stay crispy.